Good morning, everyone, to the Podcast Ooze Podcast. This is your host, Nathan. Welcome to episode 001. And man, we have lots to talk about, so I'll get right into it. First off, there is a little bit of news, toy-wise and, nerd-wise, I'd like to talk about. First off, we have the Thor landing in Fortnite. I really don't care. We have the Venom Legends Venom Pool Build Figure series consisting of the movie Venom, Absolute Carnage, Venomized Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, the Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider, not the Ghost Rider Spider skin from the PS4 game, Phage, and Morbius. I might get this wave, at least the movie Venom. We have the Flame Toys, Kiro Karakuri, Victory Saber, going in Transformers, very lovely. I assume he's going to be around $300. I don't know. And by the time this comes out on Tuesday, Transformers Fan Tuesday will be in its third week, and it will be, I believe, the Entertainment Earth. But we have some leaks. There were some stuff released last week I wanted to cover. The G2 Megatron is up for pre-orders on Hasbro Pulse, along with Sandstorm, the Conehead, not the often mold mate of Springer Sandstorm. Both great figures. Both are on pre-order for about $29.99 on Hasbro Pulse. And then you have some leaks. We have for Kingdoms. We have a deluxe Cheetor, a deluxe Warpath, a deluxe Black Arachnia, which I wonder if they're going to make it black or gold or black and purple. And we have Core Rat Trap. I'm not really sure what Core is for. I wonder if that's taking place for the Legends class. We'll have to wait and see. We have Core Optimus, which I've heard that might be a misnomer. It's actually going to be a repackaging of the Earthrise Prime, which is weird because they're also repackaging it for the Netflix Season 2, the Netflix Wave 2 of figures. We have Kingdom Cyclonus, which I think there was at least an unpainted version leaked a little while ago, like a couple months ago. Kingdom's Optimus Primal, so we might get the monkey one, hopefully. And we get what's called Trex Megatron. We assume that is the T-Rex Megatron. Yeah, it's very interesting. Let's get into actually what I wanted to talk about today, and that was DC Fandome. Very, very, very interesting. Let's get down to it. And just to say, this is just the Hall of Heroes, so it was a lot of the movies and some other stuff. Let's get into it. First off, we had the Wonder Woman movie trailer, official trailer, I believe. And I really don't care anymore. I remember watching, I was hyped up for the first trailer. But this trailer just really shows a lot of the same stuff, and I really could care less. But we are getting Cheetah, and it's I really like the design for Cheetah. I really like that new Wonder Woman suit she's getting. It's very Kingdom Come. We'll have to wait and see. I might watch it. I actually enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie, so I might like it this time. Then we have the Gotham Knights. Released under the gaming panel for Warner Brothers Games Montreal, which I think is where all their video game divisions are. And if I remember correctly, it's not in the Arkham Knight universe, but Batman has died, so it is the remaining Bat family, and it seems like they just condensed and make it a little more easier to understand. It's just Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, Jason Todd, the Red Hood, and we assume Tim Drake, Robin, but also might be his son. Looking how that costume looks, I like it. I love how the gameplay looks, and I am stealing this joke from Kevin McCreary from Say Goodnight Kevin, that Batgirl looks like Bible Girl from the Baldman Show. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It was a Christian superhero show. It was awesome when I watched it as a kid. It's very interesting. We are getting, I think some of the villains are Corval's which will manipulate other villains like Mr. Freeze. Looks very interesting. And then I think it was hosted by Zachary Levi from Shazam, which is interesting. Comic book wise, we got the Sandman universe Enter the Dreaming, the next stage for the Neil Gaiman Sandman universe imprint under Black Label. This will be written by G. Willow Wilson, with art by Nick Robles, and Matt Lopez. It's very interesting. We also talked about the original 75 issue run of Sandman and the audiobook edition, which I think is out now on audiobook original on Audible, the Amazon company. Also, there is the Netflix show which they showed that'll be in modern times. Okay, you could easily do the 80s and it still works. Joker showed you could do it. But yeah, I probably won't watch it, but I still like some of the iconography. We have a small featurette that they showed for Flash, the movie, which I forgot was a thing. I thought it was done after the incident with Ezra Miller and the fans, but it is still happening. I should have known that when he showed up in Crisis, at the end of Crisis, which was really a last-minute plan. It was halfway through production that was chosen, evidently. But that'll be slated for summer of 2022. And we gotta see a new costume. That Batman made this. It seems more interesting when Barry makes it. He's a little more personal. But whatever, we'll have to wait and see. But we do get to see. They don't say which Batman it is though, because we are getting Bucky Keaton Batman and possibly Ben Affleck. So either or. But we'll have to wait and see. And I love this artwork that they show, concept art. Flash looks very Tron-y, kind of like that for this universe. And Bucky Keaton Batman. I can't wait to see how this turns out. But yeah, I can't much say. But Suicide Squad, man, I posted they also released. It's them like just running away from the wreckage of a downshipped. They killed it, pun intended. Suicide Squad. But we get the cast list to kind of see who we got. We got Viola Davis, Joel Kinnaman, Margot Robbie, Jai Courtney, returning to the roles from Suicide Squad 1 as their respective characters, with new characters like Mark Roker, Savant, Flugelborg, Joplin. Figured why they get a YouTuber to do this, but looks interesting. David Dastmalchian from the Ant-Man series as Polka Dot Man, which when I showed this trailer to my dad, he sat there after the trailer and he's like, Polka Dot Man. They chose Polka Dot Man. What else are they gonna do next? Zebra Man? And I was like, yeah, Zebra Man is a character. He has like magnet powers, or sometimes he has psychic powers, depending on which one it is. Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2. It's weird they say the 2, so maybe there'll be a joke throughout this. Idris Elba as Bloodsport, which is interesting. Mailing as Meng Gal. I hope they make a joke saying like, yeah, my brother just dumped me here. She just got stuck here. Peter Capaldi from Doctor Who fame. I'm really excited. He is the complete thinker and he looks amazing. Alice Braga as Sol Soria. Some of these characters I know, some of them I don't. Pete Davidson as Blackguard. Pete Davidson, I like his acting. He looks good in what was it? King of Staten Island. Very interesting movie, very neat aesthetic. I still haven't watched it, but still looks quite interesting. Nathan Fillion as TDK, original character for this movie, which you know immediately either he's gonna die first or he's gonna be the main villain. Sean Gunn will be playing Weasel, I assume also voicing Weasel as well. Jai Courtney will be playing Captain Boomerang, as I said before. John Cena as Peacemaker. I don't know. I kind of like costume. I don't know about the helmet though. It looks a little weird. But I can't wait to see what it is. Steve Agee as King Shark. Steve Agee was in Guardians 2 as one of the Ravagers, and Juan Diego Botto as General Silvio Luna. I assume he's the villain, or maybe liaison for the squad. I know Taika Waititi's also attached to this. Don't know who he's gonna play, but we'll wait and see. But also, some of the casting was Joaquin Cosio playing Major General Soares, Jennifer Holland, Emilia Harcourt, and Storm Reed as Tyla. Other Suicide Squad characters, 2021. I liked how they did the behind the scenes. We kind of got to see stuff. Then they did a Legacy of the Bat panel, which is where they do this now. Why they didn't do Detective Comics 1000. But they were talking. You got some Batwoman news about season 2. Really don't care. I didn't like how the show was going when it first started, so I never watched it. But they're doing something with the new Batgirl since Ruby Rose left. Interesting, and they announced that Jim Lee and David Ridley, along with Ladron, it's Ladro with little 2 dots in, making a miniseries with a possibly colored Batman. Yeah, if this comes out right and it's Joker War, it would be maybe Batman's recovering and then Lucas Fox took over as Batman. That would be intriguing and quite interesting. And speaking of black superheroes, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound racist. There's a really other way to word it. Other African American heroes. The Milestone Comics are coming back, actually. At the Surprise Season panel, they announced the Milestone Comics is going back with Phil Lamar, voice of Static Shock, Greg Helen, and Dennis Cowan, half of the original creative team of Milestone back in the 90s. This really scares me because they announced this before. I think during Rebirth, and then we had legal problems, which scares me. But they're saying that like animated films, podcasts, even young adult content. So I assume that we are getting an Icon and Rocket book, a hardware book, a static book, maybe even some of those original books, like what were they? Love Core, and there was a bunch of other books that were announced. Maybe those will get rolled over. They had really interesting concepts, like what if 2 lovers got merged together? I don't. Love Duo. That's what it was. Love Duo. Maybe we'll get the return of the Blood Syndicate. I'm kind of interested. Returns. Who knows when? Oh, sorry. February 2021. I'm really excited. With this critical climate, that's something we need. And I encourage you fans, when this comes out, take it with an open mind. When this came out, we weren't in the greatest mindset politically when it came to other races. We still fully aren't. It's getting better, but I don't want to talk a lot about politics on this podcast unless I have a whole designated video to that. But anyway, there is a Static Shock digital series coming from 2021, which is where they have little faith that this will work, that they made it digital. or I do know that they cut a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. Oh, there is a Rocket book written by Hudlin and drawn by Cohen. That'll be nice. Along with Icon. I wonder if it'll pick up after the original series in that crossover they did. Moving back to movies, the Snyder Cut for Justice League was announced with the weirdest trailer and the weirdest set of music. It had I don't recall what the song was, but they're like Hallelujah, Hallelujah. I hope I don't get demonetized for that or my whatever striked for it. But it's interesting. I kind of like some of the stuff that happens in here. We get to see a little more Cyborg, a little more Flash, Black Suit, Superman. They are saying there's no Whedonisms in this movie, so none of the Whedon stuff. I like the opening Justice League where it showed the kids on the phone, but sadly they won't be in here. And there are some characters that are going to be here that weren't in the movie. I'm intrigued, but it is on HBO Max. I don't feel like paying HBO Max just to watch one show. And it's funny how long it took for this to come out with the hashtag release of Snyder Cut. It's 4 parts, each an hour. Good grief. Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, that's what the song's called. I do like Darkseid. They also had a Flash panel. This is the only panel that was announced. All the other stuff will be on September 12th. They should have saved it to then, because there's not much to show. And it's really sad. I wish there was more to show. But it just kind of showed them trying to get everyone back. I don't like Mirror Mistress. She wasn't a good villain. I couldn't get behind. Yeah, she got screwed over by her husband, but that's about it. Like, there was nothing else. But they are bringing back Godspeed, which I don't know how you kind of ruined Godspeed. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. But what I wasn't expecting was teaser for Black Adam. Like, weird Jim Lee drew the animation that the animation. I'm sorry. I really like it. I'm really excited because we get Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, which I think they already cast, and Cyclone. And Jeff Johns' creation. It's weird that they're still using Jeff Johns creations, even though he's not with the company anymore. Noah Centineo. That's him. Overall, I'm pretty excited. Especially for Cyclone, what this means we're gonna get hopefully a JSA movie, especially with the hype for Stargirl. Titans, it was the other movie or the show panel, which is weird why they didn't say that till the other one. Who the heck knows? But they were, I guess, kind of talk about their favorite moments from the last 2 seasons, and they were talking about season 3, the introduction of Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow, along with Barbara Gordon, who will be commissioner in this series, which is interesting. There's some interesting stuff they did with this show. I haven't watched it. I just didn't have an appeal to watch it. I know I'm not a true fan. But also, they're going to have Red Hood. And I'm wondering how they're going to do it. I know he left kind of disenchanted with Titans at the end of season 2 after being kidnapped by Slade or Deathstroke. But yeah, they could do it a different way. Kind of kill Jason Todd mentally, like his ideals that villains need to take on the table since they aren't really doing anything. And that's interesting. Aquaman, some of the stuff they should have just not put in here. It's barely anything. They just had a small Q&A. They could have easily announced this in the Justice League. They could have merged the Flash and the Aquaman 1 into the Justice League Q&A. And they're talking about the sequel slated for 2022, saying it's going to be a little more culturally relevant than previous installment. I like Aquaman 1. It was kind of nice. It was joking, but I still enjoyed it. They did a Harley Quinn Q&A. I don't care about the Harley Quinn show. Um, they did a 101 80th celebration. I thought that already came out. I like the logo. Um, some people are like, oh, it's gonna have the Black Wonder Woman. If it's the 80th celebration, she'll probably have a story in there. She's a new character from Injustice. She might have had another story. I don't recall. I haven't caught up on Wonder Woman yet. I still need to. Linda Carter, Linda Carter, Linda Carter, Linda Carter. I've become Jewish. But Linda Carter was also at that. Which, wait for a second, that we didn't get Linda Carter as Hippolyta or as some Amazonian. That's kind of sad. And also with this, they should have just all slated this. It's like minor news that they gave panels for, but this should have just been the Justice League panel that Shazam sequel. And first of all, I thought was Sinbad is going to be a villain, the actual Shazam villain. But no, the comedian, he's probably going to play Uncle Dudley. And I'm like, oh hey, Uncle Dudley, this weird character that's been around the comics for a while, and no one's really done anything with him. I like how they're bringing the whole campiness of the Shazam comics. I like that. It gives it a nice ray of sunshine, which article and the event. I know the event they showed Sinbad, but the article that DC provided could have been a little more specific. So I assume it's going to be Black Adam. So I think Black Adam comes up before this, and then he's going to be in this movie, and then we get Mr. Mind. Or maybe Black Adam shows up in this, and then the Black Adam movie happens because Mr. Mind and Savannah set him free. And then more video game news. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League came out, and this looks very interesting. I like some of the gameplay. I like Boomerang, that he has like teleporting boomerangs. Makes sense. He is a Flash villain. It kind of makes sense. I wonder where he got it, because I know he's not that smart. Unless they made him that smart in this. And it's really interesting. I love the logo because it's like the target. Really, really nice. I like everyone's designs. It is an Arkham universe. I wonder who the Justice League is in this, since Batman is dead in Arkham Knight. Knowing this probably takes place after. We'll have to see. That's weird. King Shark looks the same as everyone. Can we get like different King Sharks? Just to switch it up? I don't know. I don't have much to. I don't play video games that much. But one of the last tidbits of news, and the Batman trailer has finally dropped. There was a teaser. I have already done a teaser when I came out, and I was hyped for this, and I'm still hyped for it now. And there's actually a reason for the red lighting. Actually, like he's in some room, like maybe it's full of pictures. They did like a 30-40 minute discussion with Matt Reeves talking about the movie, portion of the trailer, and the logo, which I love the logo. Sidebar, side chain for music reference. I think all the merch is still available, and I bought the Suicide Squad logo shirt, this logo shirt, and a Fandome shirt with Aquaman on it. You can go get that, but I love that logo. I liked how the title showed up, where like the A had a plenty of ears, and it just became like that. Like, this looks like a nice, gritty noir Bat film, and it is set in year 2, so maybe we'll get a reference to the Reaper. Maybe for the second film, they can make Reaper into a good second film and not ruin it, and not like tread on the Phantasm, which spoilers, is based off of. And I like how he's like, we get to see he's not perfect for, like Christian Bale was a little too perfect in the role. Not like he's a perfect actor, but like we never got to see him be sloppy. And it's really shown when he's being the snot out of the one criminal in this trailer, and he just wails on him. Like he hasn't found his reason yet. We didn't get to see Andy Serkis as Alfred, but we heard him. I love the aesthetic of the city, and I like it that they confirm that the cops are uneasy with him, will work with him, but I think they're more afraid that he can beat the snot out of them, and that kind of the public is uneasy with him, which is really neat. And it's a nice detective story with the Riddler. which at first I thought was Hush due to the tape on his face. But that might work for the Riddler. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I can see the other villains like Colin Farrell's the Penguin, we got Catwoman. Maybe we'll get a reference to other villains. Maybe in the second one, we'll get the Reaper, and the third one, we get Clayface. It'll be just change things up. I don't know. We'll see. And that was basically the highlight panel. That what I was most excited for. It was interesting. They only shot 25% of this, but we're showing so much. And I just love it. My probably favorite part of this trailer was when he ripped the cowl off and he still got the eye shadow. It was an interesting thing. Like, he doesn't have the white eyes yet. Maybe he'll get it at the end. But yeah, I don't know how long this is gonna go for the podcast. I'm assuming 40 minutes by the looks of things. But we'll be back hopefully September. I might do this September 12th. We'll be in the middle of September, so that would be a nice breakup. We might. And for this thing was 24 hours, so there's really 8 hours of content. I kind of wish they did some watch parties to hype people up. They probably did. I don't know. But yeah, this is really interesting. I hope you guys enjoy the first inaugural episode of the Podcast Ooze Podcast. And if I didn't say it before, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys like this one-man kind of radio disc jockey, shock jock podcast format. I hope you guys enjoy it. And check the rest of my content, and you'll see this on Tuesday, and then you'll also see it on the podcast for Google Podcasts. Hopefully by Friday or Thursday. I might make it Thursday, just make it alliterative. You guys have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you're watching this. Stay bearded, stay faithful, peace.
Yeah. Hey.